who here can remember, I don't know if the kids heard it, if I use the word TIP, T-I-P, what did that stand for? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, technique, intensity and purpose.
Good. Did you guys all remember that? Yeah. All right. My comment about the ball handling was before is you got to do stuff with purpose. If you're shooting at the basket, you got to give yourself goals. So you'll see on the video there, I probably talked myself up. I was 25. Give me a break. I had an ego. I still have an ego. But it was last year, yeah. But you know, you got to give yourself goals. And this here's all the ball handling drills. Again, I'd encourage coaches to take, there's a 50 there, same as the players. If you take ball handling, this is where you mark the date and you do what the drills say, you time them for 30 seconds and you mark your progress. I think that's really important that you be able to measure your success in training. See, what we do is we arrive and we just train, we go home. How do we know we've improved? You know, there's no real measure of improvement. And I think that as individuals, when you train, you've got to train with technique, so work on the fundamentals. You've got to work game intensity, and you've got to give yourself purpose. So I'll hand these to the coaches. I'll give you two. If you want more, there's one. Yeah, one. You can photocopy these or scan them at home anyway. That's part of the reason I'm just handing them out. You might find it use for them. I'll give you two there, that's right. Same, you kids, you can grab one of those. Now, the last thing, I wasn't lying when I said this. These are my training sessions, my planned training sessions with days and times dating back to dinosaurs, actually.
Noah's Ark?
Noah's Ark, yeah. This one doesn't have a date, so I mustn't have been dating them early. But that was my first TAS team here, which would have been in 1994. So that's just showing you, like, I wasn't lying when I said I planned my training sessions. And I think it's important that you do, and you can see where I've drawn the drills down the bottom. So what I'm going to do is, that's how I used to do it. Whether you do it the same way, I don't know, but that's how I used to plan. So what made my life easier is I designed a form that would actually make life easy for me to plan my sessions. And it's this one, you see it's the same. So I'll actually hand you, I'll give you one, you can photocopy it. I don't know, do you want one? Yeah. If you want extra, there's plenty there. So you can take extra if you don't think you're going to photocopy it. Where it says offense and defense, that's my team side. That's when I want to focus on team stuff. The top bit, and you can have a look through some of what I've done in the past if you want to give you an idea of how I used it. The very first page where it says session, date, start time, finish time, that's obvious. But that top bit, you might go, well, what's that? Well, that's actually an overview. So in the same way as on your sheet I gave you today, I did an overview on the little folded brochure. I used to do an overview of what I wanted to do in the sessions and how much time I want to allocate. And then what I'd do is I'd actually break down the drills on the next section in my team section, and on the side there where it says points of emphasis, that's what was more important to me than anything else. What did I want to make sure the kids left with? What did they want to? What are they going to leave with this session? What am I going to teach these kids? Because that's where your teaching happens, is what you emphasise. Like I said, you teach the drill, and then you teach the skill. So the focus becomes on the skill.